Welcome to Spawn Respawn, a weekly podcast dedicated to gaming news, culture, and nostalgia. And this week, we're going to be talking about moving large quantities of units. Also, we're going to be doing a deep dive on some brand new games. But guys, my name is Dylan Smith, and I'm joined by Elliot Porter.
Hello.
Kat Jerritson.
What's up?
And Mitchell Barnsley.
Hi.
This is a very special episode of Spawn Respawn because we are officially sponsored.
Yeah!
What a huge deal. This is massive. What are we, 13 episodes into it now?
13 deep, this is it.
And just some blessed soul has just descended from heaven and just bestowed upon us a wonderful sponsorship. So, RifleLP, thank you very much
Praise.
for sponsoring us for a year of podcast hosting. How
Love
cool
it.
is that?
I'm so happy.
You know what that
That's
means,
amazing.
don't you?
So good. That you can listen to us in the car now.
Exactly. That means your boys at Spawn Respawn are going to be able to be found on Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. That's huge.
That's hot.
Very soon.
But, very soon. In a matter of weeks, as a matter of fact. But you can find us right now on Podbean. So we have our link to our Spawn Respawn hosting there. You can find it at
Spawn Respawn.
spawnrespawn.podbean.com.
Oof. I love it.
Spawnrespawn.podbean.com. Thank you very much.
.com.
Alrighty, so thanks again to RifleLP. But we might start off, as we do every week, by talking about the games that we've been playing.
Ooh, yeah.
And I hear that, Mitch, you've been up to no good playing a few of them bloody video games. Why don't you tell us about it?
Never up to no good, you know what I'm saying, baby?
He's a
I'm
good
just-
boy.
What? No, that's the exact opposite.
You said you're never up to no good. You're
I'm
a
never
good boy.
up to any good.
church
Always just being a
Going, good boy.
goddamn warmonger.
Sorry, I was mistaken. He's a bad boy.
I'm a bad boy.
Just shifted up a gear.
What have you been up to, bad boy?
Still playing Metro, still getting through it, but I'm taking my time with it, which is, again, something just... Shit's getting out of whack, man. I feel my whole energy and alignment with the stars is so fully out of whack. But
My chakras.
no, I've been just still getting through with it. So
Nice.
it'll be hopefully can be streaming soon, like I said last week, and
Yeah, I can see the webcam right in front of you, my dude.
yeah.
would you
So
look at that?
y'all gonna see me pumping some lead into some sukas and some mutants as well. So can't wait.
What's your mixer channel?
It should be Barnowl.
I believe it is
That's
by
right.
now.
It should be,
it
but
is.
you'll find it in the
Mixes
link.
don't
Yeah,
roll
you'll
slash
find it in the
Barnowl.
links.
I'm
but
fairly
I'm
certain
fairly
it's
certain
Barnowl.
it's Barnowl.
But don't take his word for it.
Don't have a word for it. And there'll be two other games that I've been playing this week that we'll talk about it soon anyway. But on to you, Kat. What have you been deep diving into? You know, balls deep in.
Balls deep. My first hole that I've been balls deep in.
Oh my.
My first
Please refrain.
Sorry, the first game that I placed my hands upon this week,
Grubby little mitts.
my grubby little mittens.
It doesn't get any better.
I tried to be a bit more PG. Look, the first one, I'm just going to have a quick note for it. I picked up Fire Emblem yesterday.
Hell yeah.
First Fire Emblem I've ever played. I've been really excited to grab it because I've never been able to play a Fire Emblem before because I've never had the corresponding console when it came out. Or handheld. Dude, it's so much fun.
Nice.
Like, I'm gonna be this dude's teacher and I'm gonna teach them how to fight shit. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I am like a couple of hours in and I have learnt so much about this world, but I know so little, so very, very little. They're like, what team do you want to be on? Do you want to be on the Black Eagles or the Golden Lions or I forget the other one.
Who'd you choose?
I chose the one that I've forgotten. So
Oh, no.
the blue one.
What?
No,
How
they're
does
the
that
blue
work?
lions. That's what it is, and it's the golden deer or something.
How do you
even though
forget
it's
the
a
one that
stag.
you're part of?
Because I took in so much information. There was so much, and they just showed me the three dudes like 20 minutes into the game, and they're like, "Who do you pick?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know anything about these people." So, and I was like,
What's the name of your character? Because they all have different names. Is that right?
I named my own character.
Oh,
so
okay.
my name is
What's
CapCat.
What's the?
Original.
I know, right?
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's supposed to be Blythe, but you like it,
Oh,
it gives
can
you a
choose.
default name, but you can
Okay,
change it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, so then I had to choose straight away, and so I ended up picking the blue dude because I looked up a guide and it was like blue is best if you've never played before. So I was like, easy. I'm gonna have to choose that because I have no idea what the going on.
You broke your own rule and looked up a guide?
I didn't look up a guide. I looked
You
up.
just
a what,
said
I
you
guess it's
looked up
it's
a
a
Elliot,
guide.
Play the tape back.
Play the tape.
Play the tape.
I looked up a guide. I don't like, you know, it was just a little thing like, which house should you choose? Like, red is advanced play, yellow is like fun play, but blue is if you've never played it before, it'll give you world information. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go blue. And then 20 minutes later or whatever, they're like, so which class are you gonna lead? And they give you the same choice, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, what does this mean? I was like, what? Blue. And that's about as far as I've gotten. I went for my first week. 2 people have had birthdays and I bought them flowers, and that's all I've done. Oh, I won the mock battle, so that was nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, have you even had a fight yet?
There was the initial fight, and then there was a mock battle in the school. So basically, I feel like I'm playing like a slice of life anime right now, which is pretty chill.
Cat Sensei came in and was just
I did. Dude, the girl character that you choose, her tits are huge.
Sorry, what was the name of the game again?
Very
Fire
unproportionate.
Emblem. What now? 3 houses.
It is whack. She like the dude looks really cool, and you look at her and she looks fine, but she looks incredibly disproportionate. But
It's an anime.
I know, but it's just
literally got
there's
anime
just,
cutscenes.
There's just something wrong with her proportions as a whole. It's like it's not just that her tits are too big.
Yeah.
I think it's like everything's just slightly off because she's
Yeah.
got wide shoulders, but then
She
like
got that scoliosis, man.
Exactly. She's a scoliosis
bendy.
waifu. Like she bendy.
That's spine.
Shit.
That's the devil's
Oh,
roller coaster
shit.
right there, mate.
Anyway, so I'll probably have more to say about that next week once I've played more into the game, because I've heard people being like, man, I've played 70 hours and I'm only just getting started. So, and
Oh,
there's
crazy.
3 storylines.
God damn.
So
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, does that change the entire storyline?
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
completely
completely
different
different.
stories, which is why I was like, well, what do I do? Like, I don't know what's the beginning, and I've never played it before.
I don't
so
think it
went
matters
so
what order you
accessible.
do it in or anything. though.
Probably
You
not,
can do
but
whatever.
I figured I best learn about where I am first, so blue I go.
Place isn't exactly familiar, Elliot.
No idea what the f*** happening.
Who the f*** are these people?
But very enjoyable thus far. Second game I've been playing is more of the Surge, and I've been streaming that as well. Even last week after I'd been playing it, I boxed that hard into the Souls-like category. I was just like, this is Souls-like. Put that shit away. I'm going to play it. It is so different. Like, after playing the Surge, every single Souls-like I've ever played before, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all that shit, they are now linear games to me over in a corner there. The Surge is nuts. I have no idea where I am at any point in time. I am always confused. I've been like first area, second area, first area, third area, second area, go back to the first area. Oh, I got to go to the greenhouses, back to the third area. There was one point where I fucking walked back to the second area, made like 4 rooms progress, found something, and had to go back to the third area. I was so confused at all points in time. I have never know what I'm doing.
Did it not feel very good though? Was it in a way it's like, oh, it's cool, it's reusing these areas, or is it more
No,
like,
it's
I can't
really
believe
cool.
I'm back here?
No, the reuse of the areas is amazing because things are being moved, like doors are opening and closing, enemies are changing, and they're not changing in a stupid way where it's like, oh, you've just put a different enemy here. Like, there's suddenly dismembered people everywhere and different enemies are in there, and like it's really good. I love it so much. The reuse of the area is spectacular because when I first saw in the loading screens you can see like the map locations, and I was like, oh, there's only 8 areas, that's not very long. I've spent so long playing this game. I've only been to 3 and I've only been in like half of them. Today I spent most of my time playing in the second area again, and I was like, oh, I've already been through like this whole thing. Nah. There's like double, probably triple the space that I never even accessed before, and I just didn't know it existed.
Jeez.
It is huge, and it's hard, like Souls, but very different. So I'm loving it, and I'm going to continue that for as long as I can stand, because it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I expected, but it's
Really?
very fun. Yeah.
I mean,
Sick.
Dark Souls 2 is like your favorite game, right? Like
Yeah,
in that
I
Soul
love
whole
that
thing.
game.
And that game is like not considered to be an easy game. So if you were to like compare them difficulty wise, which one's harder? I know it's probably a loaded question.
It's so hard because Dark Souls 2 is so easy for me now. Like, you saw me the other day when we were playing
I was kind of taken aback.
it.
Yeah, I was just like, the f*** she doing that so quickly?
Like, we played a new game, and how many bosses did I defeat in like 2 hours?
I don't even want
Like,
to talk about it. It's emasculating. Like, it's fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just like, new. But just because I've gone through it so many times. But like, I don't know. It's I just couldn't.
Yeah.
It's too solid of a question.
I'm sorry, yeah.
to answer.
I'd have to think
Too
about it.
loaded,
I wish
man.
you placed this question to me like 4 hours ago so I could think about it. I need to do like a proper dissection of my mind for that one. But it's really hard. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going up against these bosses more times than I go up against the bosses in Dark Souls, whether that be just because I'm more used to the way that their fights take place or if it's because the difficulty is different. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, those are the two things that I've been playing apart from one of the games we're going to start talking about.
Oh man, there's a lot of mystery building up around this game, isn't there?
Do you guys want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think Elliot's going to steal the show.
Yeah,
Why don't you go for it?
he's feeling
No,
hot.
no.
Look, I'll introduce it.
I've only played like 3 games. Of
Haven't you
this,
talked enough?
Oh, sorry. I'm just going to introduce it, my guy. I'll just f***ing zip my mouth. I finally hopped on f***ing Gears for the first time in my life and played some Gears 5, so that was pretty chill.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
What do you reckon then?
Well, I had a bit of a blast. I played it with you, Dylan. I played it with you,
was there.
Mitchell. I didn't play it with you, Elliot. You f***ing dog.
Yeah, you dog.
You
Dog
bloody
boys,
dog.
man, every time.
Always
Fucking
goddamn dog.
dog.
in the
He was
boys.
too busy doing all our hard work for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, man.
Yeah. What was that?
Legend.
What was that Podbean site again?
Oh, yeah, actually, can we just like retroactively mention like huge shout out to Elliot for doing
Always.
all that.
Aw.
He puts
The
in
most work
so
of this
much
podcast,
work
every week.
behind the scenes. Elliot is the man. So,
Absolutely.
Love you
it's a little bit of internal love for our Lord and Savior Elliot over here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I thought you were our Lord and Savior.
Oh, I've lost
It's-
that title.
The title has
Years
been
ago, my
moved.
friend. You clearly you deserve that one, friend.
Yep, you're getting that.
Kind, guys. You're too
You may pop that
kind.
crown straight on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust our internal documentation, man.
Yep, you're number one. You're
There's enough of that. All right.
Anyways,
No,
Gears 5.
Gears 5,
Gears
though.
5.
Tech.
Fucking loved it, and I loved playing with you guys.
I was gonna say, like, I enjoyed the game. It was fun playing it by myself. It took it to a new level playing it with you guys. It was so fun. We were covering each other and everything. Holy shit!
Were you winning?
We
Dude, we were so good. Our teamwork was on point.
We were
Oh my
sick.
'Cause we were
god,
just on Discord the whole time, so
Yeah.
it's coordinating. We were slaying it. Mitch is a beast.
he's
course
so
he
top
is.
good.
to bottom.
I am too competitive.
First game
He
in,
got MVP
straight.
like most of the games.
Because me and Kat were playing. Mitch is still trying to like absolutely blaze through the tutorial, and then like we were doing all right. Mitch comes in.
We were
First
doing
game,
great.
he gets most kills or most eliminations out of anyone in the game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he
Mitchell.
straight up came out like
Mitch is just a bomb.
just
on
abusing
field.
those multipliers we were talking about. You know, the
Yeah,
first game
it's
thing.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
just that good.
What like character did you like the best with like what weapons?
Oh, 100% Nasher for me. Like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
man, I had nothing
terrible
more
with the Nasher.
satisfying.
You gotta be
And
so
it's
close.
so OP,
Yeah.
man, because like
Oh, it's
up
so
front,
OP.
someone
Nash is a
goes,
shotgun, by the way.
oh man, I'm just gonna cut this guy in half, man. I got my chainsaw.
Oh,
here.
no
I feel I'm
chance.
so cool, and into pieces. I'm sending your brains and your ass across
Giblets
the whole
everywhere.
map.
Gibbies.
The violence in the giving is so good.
Yeah.
it is very. I don't know. It scratches some kind of gross itch. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, oh, totally.
Oh, I'm so used to it
What
because
was
I've played
your-
every single Gears.
Totally.
Did you have a favorite like I don't know, what are the weapons like primary, secondary?
Oh.
Oh, like
What do
the
you
extra
mean, like-
weapons you can
I
unlock.
don't know.
or-
Yeah, you know, what's your
Yeah, there's,
your
like,
third tier?
the class,
your sixth skull tier. What
Yeah.
was your favorite weapon from there?
Yeah.
Because the Nash is your fourth
I
skull
love the
tier.
long shot. It's
That's what I was
so
gonna
good.
say.
Well,
100%.
See, I didn't
Dude.
really use the long shot because I'm not.
You're not
for
long
me, for
range,
Gears,
yeah.
No, that's
I've
fine.
never
Dude, me and
played.
Kat were all over
I've
that.
never
fucking
played
long
long
shot.
range.
I have never
ever.
been so good at aiming.
Yeah.
Thank God for aim assist.
Holy shit! And it's so cool because you celebrate it. Like when if I got a headshot or if you got a headshot, like you can hear it and you can
And
see
you can
it.
see
And
You can
covering
hear
each
the-
other.
Thing is-
and we're celebrating it with each other. We're like, nice shot, good. Yeah, it just
Like-
feels really good to
Like
play as a
someone
team.
sneaking up on Dylan from behind and I just fucking whip out my long shot. I'm like, dude, headshot.
Close
It's like,
range.
You know what though? I feel like this just may be my opinion, but I feel like it's better to be secondary watching that headshot rather than the person doing the headshot. Because
okay?
I love being in cover, third person. I'm looking up to maybe someone above me. And I'm thinking, oh, how am I going to get them? They get up, they're shooting. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
their
I might go
head
around and then boom. I'm like, easy, target's been eliminated, time to move up.
That's such a good point. Holy shit! You're like, oh, how am I gonna?
It's
I really enjoy
The sound when their head explodes in Gears
yeah.
is
all
so
of the sounds
good.
are so good. The sound design was probably one of the best for spatial design that I've ever experienced.
Totally.
Like being able just being like, there's someone behind us. Like I don't have
yeah.
to look. I know exactly where they
Total
are.
how
directional
terrifying is it
location.
though?
Munching up their fat feet
Yeah.
behind me, clobbering
It's
all
that
over the
3D
ground.
audio shit that they're doing
It's
these days,
so
man.
good.
Like the sound stages that they've built for this sort of
Do
stuff.
the
What do they
ray
call it?
tracing audio, pop that
Ray
shit in.
tracing audio.
Like, it is
Alright.
terrifying though, right? Like, you're sitting in the cover, all your focus is directly in front. Like, you're like going full on Sharingan with this thing, looking everywhere, and then all I hear is I'm like,
with the
yeah,
chainsaw.
like,
Run,
oh
run.
man, I
He's
can't
coming.
even do anything.
But
Oh,
if you're
Lord.
paying attention, you can hear them from super far away. Like,
Yeah.
That's
my
surround
games are
sound.
always so loud.
Yeah, I
so
wasn't
I'm
playing it
just
with
like,
headphones, so
You
it was
should.
still
Awful.
good, but like, yeah.
it's
Two top
so
10
good.
moments for me playing Gears 5 was the headshots with the long shot and getting those chainsaw kills off.
Yeah.
If I can hit
Yes.
either of those things, and or even sometimes reviving players and that running back, that's kind of cool.
And I love
too.
how quick the revive is
It's
as well.
very
It's
quick.
like
Very quick.
almost instant.
And I love how you can get up by yourself.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't
I
really
bleed
like
out,
that.
you can just smash A
Yeah.
or whatever on a
Yeah,
I really
well,
enjoyed
it-
that.
well, yeah,
We
I've
all
been,
played controller.
yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I see. I couldn't use the Lancer if I wanted to use the Nasher.
Yeah,
so I had to
that was
use,
the worst part.
Yeah,
Big
what,
call.
you
Which
have to
was
use the hammer
okay
burst.
for me, kind of okay. Like, I really do like the Enforcer.
I
Like,
didn't
Oh,
like.
is it the
super high rate of fire.
I didn't like it.
Because again, like I said, I'm all close quarters. I don't give a shit about taking out someone from a distance. I love running in quickly. That applies pressure to the person to try and think of something to come up with.
True.
And
That's a
more
good-
often
yeah.
enough, you'll do more damage up close than you will from a distance. And you can always finish them off close range than you can from a distance. If you knock them down from a
Yeah,
distance and
and
they
then
get behind cover,
and
they
get
get
behind
themselves
cover.
up again, or someone else can
Yeah,
get them
so
back
true.
up and they can get recovered
Man,
from
my
there.
boy's in that strategy, man.
Like,
Dude, we all need our runners. Like,
Yeah.
like
you got to have your different positions
You're
in the team.
you take him out, you move on to the next one. Guerrilla
Yeah.
tactics, man. You just
I really
You'll be dropping
enjoyed-
regimes in minutes, man. Come on,
man.
Gorilla tag.
I really enjoyed as well the talk bow, even though
Yeah.
So
when
loud.
you're against a lot of people with the long shot, it is hard to get off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You're just like, I gotta charge this.
And you see the long shot like glow, like,
and
and,
it's
you're like, oh god, and you look over cover and you're like, oh, and then your head explodes. It's
Yeah.
like shit.
Oh,
Dude,
it's so good.
Everything about it was so good. When Mitch and I were playing alone, we were having a great time, and Mitch was killing it as always. I was so devo you weren't there, Dylan, because I was like, oh, the teamwork is so much better with 3, especially if we had Mitch and I had a atrocious run where it was just him and I on a team of AI.
Oh no.
Oh my
no.
god. If it was the 3 of us on a team with 2 AI, we would have fucking killed it. But as it was us 2 and 3 AI that ran to the complete opposite
The
corners of
AI
the map.
are really
From
dumb.
everyone. They don't want to stand near anyone at all.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
If I
Terrible.
could have, I
Infinite
would have.
shame.
I would have put my Boltok pistol to their like.
good is
head
that Boltok
and just
pistol?
pulled the trigger.
didn't
I
use
would
it.
have just killed and executed my own AI bots if I could have, because it would have been more effective for me to not lose points.
Yeah,
for
with
them,
them being there.
sacrificing
Yeah.
themselves out in the open,
It
like
sucks.
Yeah, it's weird that
man.
I think it's good that it fills up the teams with AI if no one's there to, if not as many people are playing. But like the AI in the like the campaign and in Horde isn't that dumb. Like in the other gears, anyway. So like make the AI better in
literally.
arcade.
For somehow they've somehow installed World War One tactics to these bots. Just charge with the bayonets and just hope for the best.
You know what else though? Dylan and Mitch and I kept joining losing teams and turning that the around
Oh,
within
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, right,
Like,
yeah.
How was that?
oh.
How was that game that I did where I was like, so I've seemed to be averaging anywhere between 22 to 25 eliminations, but one game I think I did like 20 or 18 like takedowns. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember
literally,
that game. It was like 20 eliminations, 18 takedowns, but we couldn't get. That was when you and I were playing because we couldn't finish anyone off because the AI was such dickheads.
so like, so like the teams that were reversing, it was like me and Cat bots, enemy team, all players.
all players.
All
Or
players.
they'd start
So-
off with bots the same as us, but their team would fill and ours
Yeah.
wouldn't. And we're just like, what the fuck?
So I'm
dude.
like having to like, instead of doing what I normally would do is kill the person immediately, I would have to like, because I'm versing maybe 2 or 3 at a time, I'm having to focus my time on one the moment they're knocked down, straight to the next one.
Yeah.
I've just got to get to the next one, knock him down as quickly as possible, or try and get
But
them
the
both
AI
in the
is
same
just
time.
f***ing, like teabagging themselves in the corner because it's like,
Yeah, I still don't know if I'm gonna buy it.
I will.
it's just gonna
You
be
got
on
Game Pass, right?
It's just on Game Pass.
Oh,
We're just gonna
Yeah,
play
what do
that
you-
shit every now and
See?
then.
well, that shit's
Yeah.
completely different.
The beauty of
Now
Game
that's a
Pass
whole nother
strikes
story.
again.
I know, right? My
Yeah.
favorite,
So
just
true.
quickly, My
Right?
favorite
So
character
good.
to choose was the ones that had randomized upgrades.
That they're fun, yeah, because you're like, oh, what am I gonna get now?
yeah,
Oh,
and
I
because I
got
get
the.
the Lancer.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I want the Lancer.
Same.
I think-
I'm all about that.
Yeah, the sniper one with the long shot and that awesome like single shot rifle as well. They had
Yes.
a
Yeah,
lancer
that was
that has a lancer.
The
as well.
American or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
gun is
remember exactly.
awesome. One game I was doing so well, and I got that weapon, and then I like used all the ammo, got the ammo crate, filled up the ammo, and then like was just killing everyone with it. It's so good because it's
Nice.
like medium range. So if you can just see them and like, oh,
Pop
it's
'em.
awesome. Pop them, yeah. Takes like 4 shots.
Yeah, nice.
I kind of have to go back to that sound thing we were talking about before. It's not even just like running or anything like that. There's so many different like sound elements that bring so many fear tactics to me. Back to that torque bow. When I hear that thing like
Yeah.
charging up and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
coming down, I'm like thinking like looking for like some orange light. I'm like,
Yeah,
You're
where
looking
the
for
hell
that
is
flare,
it?
like, tush,
And
tush.
Yeah.
if I'm mid combat, like out in the open, like trying to maybe chainsaw someone or shooting the shotgun or something like that, and I'm hearing that charge up, I'm like, please tell me that's like an AI,
yeah.
like
Dive
not
roll.
AI, but like a
It's
teammate
so
and not like an
loud.
enemy. Are they pointing at me?
And I love-
I don't know. And the next thing you know, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just funny that like always because of the whole 3D audio thing and because those audio cues are meant to alert you to the fact that someone's using the bow and stuff. It sounds funny because like that sound of someone like 50 meters over there f***ing charging up their bow is louder than the sound of you firing your gun
is.
right in front of your f***ing face. Like it's just yeah. I mean, not that I'm complaining about that, but
I like-
No,
it's
complain. It's
interesting.
fine. You
I like-
know, we got to criticize the things we like as well, or they're not going to improve.
I don't want to claim a realism thing because like, it has a purpose.
No,
you know
no,
what I
I
mean?
There's
know.
definitely no realism to this.
No.
Like zero at all.
Chainsawing these things that live in the ground.
I have
Literally.
a legitimate criticism
Oh, okay. Here we
Oh
go.
shit!
that we
What?
had. I prefer it when the team I'm on is always the same color. Like I'm always blue, they're
I-
always blue.
Yeah, I know that's something you really
I
like
got so confused
does
when
your
I
head in.
played like
when
know,
you're the locust.
when I was the horde or
Yeah.
what are they called?
Well, the
Locust
swarm.
or
The
The
swarm.
swarm.
They're
there
called
we
the
go.
swarm in this.
When
Yeah.
we played the swarm for like 5 matches in a row, and I'm used to Red being my
Yeah.
teammate, and then I switch over, and I'm like, Red, that's my friend, and I walk up to them, and
then
I'm
they're
like,
like,
I'm like, oh shit, that's not my friend.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so many times I'd go
Definitely
to
know
like
what you mean.
so many times I go to like gun down like Cat or Dylan or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, hold up.
I'm like,
Hold
Yeah.
the phone.
shit, that's my friend. Oh shit.
I almost blasted you in the next century, baby.
It's pretty. It's
That's
for a tech
confusing.
test though. Like it, there's not many bugs.
It was rock solid.
Actually,
technically,
yeah.
in terms of the
Really
graphics.
good.
Really not at all.
So
Yeah.
impressed.
Except
There's
for
some
the-
weird issues when you're like behind cover. It'll like not. It won't move correctly out of cover
Yeah,
sometimes.
I've had
Yeah.
that problem
Like,
where I've
very
been
minor.
stuck trying to back up because I hear someone coming up behind me and I can't get off the cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's been frustrating.
The-
Or where I'm trying to peek out around the side and I'll peek out for a second and then he'll stand up and then he'll peek down and he'll just be like,
Yeah, like
around.
Think of it. It is pretty clunky like that. Even all the cover controls. Like
I think
that are a
the
little bit
cover's
clunky.
my least favorite part because I'd be running and I'd be like, I gotta catch up to Dylan, and then I'd just be like, stick to
Slide
cover, stick
into
to cover,
cover,
stick to
yeah.
cover.
But
And I'm like,
I was trying to like go around the corner in cover. You know what I mean? Like I'm down on the cover.
Yeah,
there's a
you
little- there's an
can't-
edge. You can't just like smoothly maneuver. Or
That's
walk
what I
around.
thought.
Because
it
I'd
has
jump
the-
out like an idiot, get my f***ing head blown off, and all I'm trying to do is just roll around a corner.
yeah, and it has a little like a different
Yeah, to
indicator
move
to move around the
that
corner, and when
way,
you press
yeah.
it, you move around the corner and then stand up like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it's
my
just like,
god.
duck, and you can't f***ing force duck, and you're too
Long
close
shot
to the
through
cover
the brain.
to hit A.
It's too simple like that, and I feel like I don't feel like the movement mechanics have changed much at all since the first one.
They-
I could be totally
No,
wrong.
really.
not
but
not really.
really.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell
It's I do like the kind of movement though because there were moments where I wasn't even running like this. I was sliding halfway across the map to cover. Like I would just, I would just go
that's pretty good.
so fast
That's
to cover and
so
like
good.
smacking the cover. The moment I hit the cover, I move again.
Yeah.
Like I try and be as quick as I can, low as I can, and just get up in their face before they even realize what's happening.
Yeah.
Also, jumping like the cover, super fun. But I had a few times where like I'd jump the cover to attack, and they'd jump the cover to attack, and it just kind of fucked up hard.
Yeah,
And you're just like,
I love that you
"Wait,
can
what's
do
happening?"
assassination, like executions, like by pulling them over the cover. That's a
Yeah.
cool mechanic.
And
Yeah,
the mechanic they've never used before, if someone's jumping over and they kick you, you can kind of counter that too.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So that's something I just couldn't quite. I kept forgetting that I could do that.
Me too, yeah.
And the next thing I know, I've got like a giant knife, like
In your
pretty much
asshole.
a sword actually in my goddamn brain.
Man.
Like just plucked in like a sponge. I just like.
I really, really enjoyed the duels as well in terms of the chainsaw duels.
Yes.
Where you go,
Doesn't happen
like
often,
that.
but
because
They're cool.
it doesn't happen often, but every time it happened to me, I think that the person who I was playing against didn't realize you have to mash B.
Yeah.
I would always just win because I
cut
just
them
mashed the
off.
button. Dush, dush, dush. Or maybe I'm
Yeah.
just so quick.
He's just
at
so
hitting
good.
the B button, bruh.
Dude, his thumb,
So
fucking
fast,
lightning
man.
speed.
Oh, shit.
But to be fair, my fully overall favorite thing is the gibbing. The gibbing
Oh,
of
yeah.
heads
Chunks.
Yeah, there's actually like
felt so good.
chunks of meat flying around.
Chunky.
It's just full on.
Chunky soup.
Butcher shop
Chunky
around here,
boy.
boys.
Love it.
It's chunky.
Visceral, man.
Chunky.
Bloody visceral, mate.
Yeah, but a lot of fun.
I'm
Who'd
keen
have
for
thought?
now for it to come out on Game Pass so we can play it together.
Oh, we have to.
Because like I got all the beta stuff. Like I played it by
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
to get all
Yeah.
the beta stuff, and I was like, I wish I was playing
That
with
doesn't
my
just
friends.
mean us three, Elliot. That
Wish I
means
was
you
Yeah,
as
playing
well.
yeah,
with my
I know.
friends.
I know.
Man, you're gonna have to buy a headset or a microphone, mate.
I have a headset and a microphone.
Oh, not like you're gonna use it, is it?
Well, not that we
Not
know.
with you,
'cause you play with us, so
Oh, not cool enough for you.
Jesus.
Oh, we would love to have you on board, mate.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Did crossplay work in the test?
I couldn't f***ing tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us own an Xbox.
yeah, we kind of need you there for it, mate. Ooh, up there it goes again.
You were too busy doing all our hard work. As I
Yeah,
said.
man, I kind of
Yeah.
sick of you doing all that
Oh
work.
my god, Elliot's so lame. He works so hard and he does so much. He's so good. F***ing loser. Said with love. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
What's the other game that you've been playing?
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Ooh,
It's getting some very mixed reports.
it is.
Hold on, let's just go around. How you finished it, Dylan?
Yes, I have finished it.
Have you finished it,
I'm
Mitchell?
level 22.
Oh, nice. Me too.
Nice.
Like, how far are you into it?
I just breached a hole in the wall with the laser.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. So you've done Brother 1?
Spoilers.
I'm attacking Brother 2 because I'm not doing it in order.
Literally,
Oh, okay, because you don't have to do it.
I don't really have to do it in order, but
But they're
I
both
realized,
level 20.
literally once you do Brother 1, 2, and 3, you do one more raid mission and it's over.
Yeah, I thought
Oh.
so.
So
Yeah.
you want to be around level 37 or whatever when you go on the last
Yeah.
thing. But
So I'm
okay,
like,
you know what? We're
about
jumping.
3.5 hours in. So
I'm
how long
about
do you think you've
0
played?
hours in.
I might give it my run through because I've finished it. If you
Yeah,
don't-
no spoilers though. Like we're
No,
not
that's fine. Yeah,
like,
no,
no,
there's-
no spoilers.
You know what?
Because I'm actually,
Go
I
on.
I'm actually enjoying myself.
Like I didn't hate it as well.
I want to hear your opinion.
I was a little bit-
but
I was turned off by all of the reviews of people coming out and saying
yeah,
it's bad.
I'm gonna review Blackout because I want to review it on my channel. So
Yeah, true.
I'm not watching any.
Definitely the
reviews.
smart
Fair
thing
call,
to
fair
do
call.
because I think you'll come out with some pretty interesting observations from that.
Hmm.
But honestly, I could not get away from the way that the game was designed as a co-op game. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Because I remember I came into this game fresh
just
off
played,
the Colossus,
yeah.
like New Colossus, and that was great. I really enjoyed it. But
Do you think if this wasn't a Wolfenstein game, that it would be getting higher praise?
No.
probably, but I think we need to keep in mind this is a yearly, like this is a little teaser game. This is one of the games that's like, stay busy with this for
It's
this
like a
year.
standalone
We're going to come
expansion,
at you
yeah.
with a big one next year. You know what I mean? Like they even tease it at the end of Youngblood
Yeah.
as the next project. And I reckon the TikTok cycle for some of these big series, like they just released New Colossus, wasn't it last year? Was it the year before?
I think it might have been 2017.
I think it was the year before.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
I feel like it's been.
I'm not sure though,
I
but
feel like it's there to keep us warm for the next one.
Yeah,
that's
it's
coming,
like
because
like
it's really not a full Wolfenstein
a
game.
standalone expansion. I
Hence
guess
why
that's
it's
why it's
cheaper.
$50 over here.
Yeah. As opposed to 80, like a brand new game would be here in Oz.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It did come out in 2017 in October.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Right.
you go.
Well, yeah, I think because I'm guessing in the other Wolfenstein games is very linear, right?
It is, yeah.
And this is like it reminds me heaps of Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and I love that game. This is obviously very different, but it has many similarities, like the verticality and the way buildings and stuff work, and how there's like you go to different places on the metro and stuff. It's heaps like Prague in Deus Ex, and I'm actually enjoying the shit out of it at the moment. there are a few things that I'm like about. But yeah, I think like the combat is pretty fun.
tight,
Like it's rock solid. Like the
wouldn't have-
gunplay is fun, but
I wouldn't have finished it if I didn't enjoy the
Yeah,
gameplay
yeah.
loop, right?
Yeah.
Because it is good and it is addictive as well.
yeah. I think the fact that it's like they've gone down the like level based road,
That's it,
obviously
dude.
putting a lot of people off.
A lot of people are saying that like there's no need to put a level system inside of a first-person single-player game. I mean, this is co-op, granted, but the lineage of Wolfenstein is a single-player game.
Yeah.
So it ends up feeling like Destiny because you get mission structures where it sends you to the same locations to do very similar things in a slightly different way, just from different NPCs that have assigned you that mission.
Yeah.
And that's nothing along the lines of the older games because you would go to a location, experience it, move on to the next thing. And often it would be broken up by these awesome cinematics that had characters that you actually cared about.
Yeah.
But in this game, you've got BJ Blazkowicz's daughters, which end up talking like frat bros the whole way through.
Yeah,
And their
it's a bit
dialogue
grating.
is so grating. And then they end up being like, I love you, sis. And they're like, you're such a badass, sis. Love you. And it's like, oh, shut the up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, it
Yeah,
doesn't
they don't seem to
match
have
the-
like
chemistry.
emotion. Like their whole emotion is just them being like bros.
Exactly.
And obviously they're not bros, but like, you know, that bro way of speaking to
Mentality,
each other.
yeah.
And like, I don't know, I find it grating, but I kind of like the idea that of like what they're doing, you know, they're searching for BJ or whatever. But I don't know. But I think with the whole level cap thing, it's like, or level
gating.
yeah, that again reminds me of immersive sims, like Deus Ex, like Dishonored, where, you know, some areas will be harder than others if you haven't leveled up. Like Deus Ex is not quite like that, but I don't know.
I know what you mean, but that's like not Wolfenstein.
That's what I mean. Like, I guess I have no preconceptions because I haven't played any of the other ones.
Right.
And as soon as I finish this, I want to play New Colossus.
Well,
I actually
start with the New Order.
I might play the New Order
Yeah.
first.
Because it does follow on
Does have a
story-wise.
story, yeah. Just to kind of compare, because I'm kind of enjoying it, but I do see where like some people may have like that's not Wolfenstein in their mind, whereas
Yeah.
I'm not getting that. Mitch, what are you seem pretty cold on it.
I'm getting bored.
What like
I'm
why?
nearly done.
Like
hey?
I'm getting bored. Like I'll play it for a little bit, and it's feeling repetitive, man. I'm going to an area, I'm killing these people. I ran against enemies I wasn't even supposed to be meeting yet. Like they got skulls next to the name.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
gunned them down in 2 seconds.
I found
Like,
some
they were
enemies
meant
have
to be super
skulls.
hard.
They're meant to be super hard, but I'm gunning them down like it's no f***ing problem.
I actually
Like,
noticed that.
What's up with
Yeah,
that?
I did one of those underground bunkers,
Exactly. So
and they're
it's-
like there's skull enemies in there, but you can still kill them.
Yeah,
So I don't
they're
know
meant
if
to
it's
just
like
be-
That's such
that's
a
meant to be like a
weird-
mini boss.
they're
type
just
thing.
like
What's
What's the point of having level cap there if they're going to be pretty much almost the same all the way throughout?
That's what I mean. The inconsistency of the levels is really annoying because I was thinking that, if I grind some levels here, I'll get back to this area and I can fucking smash these clowns. But it doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work
Whenever
like that
you
at
level up, they level up.
Same
Yeah,
as in
'cause they don't
Destiny,
have a
like
number
you did
next to them.
Exactly.
before.
And the issue is that like they respawn like in Destiny, but they do it
That
so
is so
quickly.
annoying. I like walked into a building. I was like, "Oh, I'm going the wrong way." Walked out, and everyone had respawned.
Everyone would come back, and it
Even though, like, the
de-incentivizes
commander
you
and stuff.
to kill
Or to
Nazis.
explore.
In a game about murdering Nazis, it de-incentivizes you to kill Nazis because it's more work. You have to kill them all. There's no loot for killing all of them, and you run away and you come back, and suddenly they're all back. What's the point of killing them in the first
How
place?
dare you explore somewhere? Like,
Exactly. And you think on... Oh, sorry, Mitch.
No,
go
sorry, you
ahead.
keep going. Like,
I'm on my soapbox now. You've got me going. Like, do you have something to say before I go on a little rant?
I'm still like
Torn.
I feel like I'm stuck in the middle of. Sorry, am I being out loud and just gunning everything down, or am I trying to be stealthy here?
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
want me to do? Like, I have the option to do both, but I feel the way the game's meant to be played, I don't know where I'm meant to be with it all.
Well, it's meant to be up to
near,
you.
It's near
But I
impossible
don't- I
to be
can't-
stealthy
I can't,
though.
like-
Without the cloak, that is.
I feel like it's it's
You can still
impossible
with
to
the
do
cloak.
one or the other.
Yeah, but not like.
You got to upgrade it before it's decent.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Like they're trying to get you to be stealthy, but it's too hard.
I feel like
but
that's-
they
No,
want you to be
No,
stealthy.
Wolfenstein is very much designed in a way that you can play it how you want. And there's two ways to play it how you want, and that's stealthy or guns blazing. So you can do either. It's
But it
about-
doesn't feel that way. Is what I'm trying to say.
I played the game majorly guns blazing.
I feel like, I use stealth sometimes to take out a couple of enemies, but once my gun starts firing, it's like I'm just
Yeah.
I
clearing
just
the
felt
room.
it felt annoying though for me to go guns blazing, which is I like the way that I usually am that way. I don't really like to be stealthy because I have to think. I don't want to think. I just want to gun things down.
And I think
Not
that's
want
where
brain.
Arcane's like
Influence.
DNA comes into it, is like the ability to go, like, even though you said it's kind of how Wolfenstein is anyway, but like having those open-ended areas where you can I can jump up there and go through this building and then I can sneak up to them that way, and like that is full in, as far as I can see, that's Arcane's kind of input to it, like
their
the level
contribution.
design. And I kind of like that sort of game, so I'm not hating it yet. But again, like I said, I'm up to Brother 1, so I'm not even like, I've just been running around doing side missions and doing underground
the
stuff.
same.
Have you been
Yeah.
playing it solo
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
AI.
like with an AI?
Yeah,
feed?
he has
Yeah,
to.
you
don't have a
can't-
choice.
I mean,
not
like,
be-
are you using an AI or is someone joining you?
No, I'm playing on my own.
was-
Like private match.
Okay.
I f***ing don't want to play with
Yeah.
them.
I was
neither.
playing with randos.
Tash and I are probably going to play it because I've installed it
Yeah.
on both consoles, but
I played with randos for a little bit until they pissed me off, and then as soon as I needed to do something that required them and they weren't playing ball, kick player, and I just
yeah,
literally
if you're the host, can you just kick him? Yeah.
because they're better than AI. But it's like as soon as they're not valuable to me anymore, goodbye.
I mean, AI's. I'll give the props to the AI. They revive you like that.
Not
Like,
always, man.
Really?
Not
I had
always.
no issues with
The dude
it
from
so far.
Skill Up in his review, he got to the last boss, and the last boss is f***ing hard.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, he died, so he didn't really finish the game. But the point was that his AI
I saw
didn't
his
revive him.
tweet, actually. Yeah, right.
Didn't revive him at all. And he's like, "That's it. This game, I'm done." And then for his stream, he went and watched the final cutscene on YouTube just so he can watch how it ended with his viewers. I, thought
I
it was
actually
pretty funny.
heard, like, the most that I've heard about this game was that people absolutely hated the final boss and they were like, not doing it, not
Yeah.
finishing this
What's
game.
with developers
It is
not being able to do a good
and
final
not
boss?
satisfying.
Like, that's so stupid.
because this guy, the villain, comes out of nowhere, and again, no spoilers. He comes out of nowhere, and you're like, "Oh, he's the bad guy. Okay, I'm gonna feel bad about him. Now I'm gonna kill it. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. Cool."
Actually-
and you don't feel anything when he dies.
Yeah, that's one thing
no character
I was
building.
going to mention is like this. Sorry,
I was just going to finish this real quick. In the previous games, they built up over 2 games the bad,
Frau.
yeah,
Engel.
Frau
Engel.
Engel, yeah. And she was an amazing character,
Yeah.
really well done, really well played. And when you got her, it felt good.
Yeah.
This guy, who the cares? Like,
Yeah,
Literally, I don't know. There's nothing. I know that's why we're trying to figure out what happened to Dad and who took him,
Yeah.
what happened, but
that's kind of cool. The
there's
reason
no hints. There's no hints to say who it is.
Yeah, there's no like foreshadowing the enemy. Actually, that's a really good
It's
point.
the
That's like,
bad
I'm
guy.
trying really
Oh.
hard not to spoil it here.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is, the story, top to bottom, makes no f***ing sense. Because, I really don't want to spoil it. And I'm not going to spoil it.
yeah, please don't.
But once you finish the game, and I do suggest you finish it because you're nearly there, Mitch. But really, like you're gonna think, oh wait, he ended up there for this reason. Why are they in France? Why is this? And then you start to realize that there is no actual character motivation for any of the game.
In the Game Informer, review or the discussion they had on their podcast, the guy who reviewed it, and he gave it an 8.5, which is very
Pretty
high.
high.
And he's a huge fan
Wait,
of
for
Wolfenstein.
which place?
Game Informer. And he's a huge fan of Wolfenstein, but he said like the start, there's no story, and the story's crap between the opening and the ending, pretty much.
But
you're-
true.
Yeah,
And when you-
which is what I'm
Wait,
kind of getting
what,
from.
what else is there other than between the opening and the
No,
end?
literally, there's like no
there's nothing
cutscenes.
between that. Like the opening's good, the ending's good. In the middle, there's no story.
Yeah, you
Like-
do get some cutscenes, but all of them are short and they're shit. You
Yeah,
don't
'cause
care.
I-
And it's
I
them
haven't
being
experienced
bros.
another cutscene
At the
since
start,
the beginning.
I was like,
There's-
"Oh, this is
they're
really
there.
cool!
Like,
Like
you'll get there.
full
You'll find-
story,
If you wanna
cutscenes. Like that was
Oh,
really
in
cool."
Youngblood and New Colossus, or is that what
No,
you
I'm
meant?
talking about the start
Oh,
of
right.
Youngblood.
Yeah.
That was cool with like the family and
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was awesome. But yeah, now it's like nothing.
Oh,
And
that's it.
there
It's
is
just
no
gameplay.
motivation.
And the thing
How
that
long
pisses
is
me
it?
off is like, they say 30 hours. I spent probably 20 hours in total on it.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah, right,
You can
okay.
finish it in less than 10 hours. Like, if you do
Yeah, I'm like
first
28%
mission,
through and it's
Brother
3.5
1,
hours.
Brother 2, Brother 3, Lab X, if you can do that,
Yeah.
you're done in a few hours.
Because you level up really quick.
True. But
do.
Like I'm level 22 in 3.5 hours. Which seems like
nuts, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I know it's not an RPG, but in a lot of RPGs, it's like, especially for the first maybe 15, 20 levels, it's like an hour per level.
Right.
You know, like something
Yeah.
like Skyrim or The Witcher or something.
Oh,
it's
fully.
like,
And you
you're-
earn them.
Yeah, you have to really
earn
earn it.
them.
And
yeah.
you know, with hours of your life.
Is it
So-
like a scale? Like the higher you get, the harder it is to get levels.
No,
Nope.
no. Oh, technically based off experience points, but that's
But
scales
it's
too.
each level.
But you're probably
Yeah.
getting more experience for
You
the
are, it
missions you're
scales.
doing.
Yeah, but it
That's
doesn't
what I mean, yeah.
feel like it's taking longer or anything.
Not at all. Not at all.
And let's
And then
just,
when your missions, they deliver more XP anyway, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
so it keeps
feel
equal.
You're always getting levels. You know what I mean?
and let's just talk about the fact that there are f***ing daily and weekly challenges. I just
What?
And pay to win.
yeah, and
Not pay to win.
friggin' microtransactions. You know what? I didn't log into Bethesda Net,
Yeah.
and they don't show up. The f***ing store doesn't exist.
Good.
The gold
That's a
bars
life hack,
currency isn't there. Like the thing's there,
Yeah.
but when you go to buy like a skin or something, and they're cool. The weapon skins are cool. The outfit skins are awesome.
Yeah.
The
you've
the option isn't there to spend gold bars because I'm not signed in.
Actually, you know
They
what else?
won't spend real life money on in-game cosmetics in a single
In a
player.
single,
Yeah.
like, well, it's co-op, but it's still a single player
not the
game.
right type
It's
of
not.
co-op.
It's
Yeah.
not a
Destiny, man.
No,
It's
exactly.
It's a story. It's, yeah.
I just
Feels
think
like all the mechanics of Destiny in a game that's meant to be a single player game, but yeah,
The
co-op.
only
single
other
player co-op, same f***ing thing. It doesn't need it. Like
The fact that we can't define it means that it's not ill-made, but you know what I mean.
It doesn't
almost
fit.
fits categorization. You know, like
yeah,
The only
I
other
completely
thing that I
agree.
actually did hear about this game is that someone you could glitch the currency and get all of it, and then Bethesda was like,
And they patched it.
No,
Yeah.
and they took it away, and they took it they were like, oh, you've bought everything? No, we're taking that back off you. And
I
they
hate
did
that.
and
again.
like and you're banned for life.
Bethesda need to f***ing calm their shit with
They're
their,
the worst.
their microtransactions.
Sticking it in a game like that. That is actually disgusting.
They're getting like f***ing Activision and EA level in the
Filth.
last
yeah,
year or two.
Garbage.
and they're bringing
terrible.
back like pay to win content in Fallout 76.
And they had that thing where you like have to sign into Bethesda Net for Doom 1.
Yeah, I had to do that because I, freshly made a Bethesda Net account because I'm an idiot and accidentally bought freaking Wolfenstein Youngblood on Bethesda.net.
Oh yeah.
Apparently you can do that.
Yeah.
And I had to sign into that when I got Doom 3 on the Switch.
Yeah.
No way around it. They got DRM in a Switch game.
Yeah.
Why would
They know I bought it.
And apparently online they were like, oh no, that's only meant to be there for like the Slayers Club. Well, it shouldn't do that. We're taking it out, and it's like, how do you that up? Like, have an option like, are you in the
Sure
Slayers
it
Club? Sign in instead of like, you have to have a Bethesda net. That's
To play, yeah.
egregious.
I couldn't agree more.
If I'm playing a story game, wait, I've just got a question because I haven't played it at all.
Hmm.
What the you mean? There's dailies?
Yeah.
What the?
You know
There's like
what?
daily
What
channels,
is
like
it?
kill like this many commanders
But
or
why?
There's one that's
exactly
What do I get for it?
XP.
Again, it's
But
And
what do I need
coins.
that
In-game
for? It's a story.
XP and
Exactly.
coins to buy cosmetics.
That's why it doesn't make any sense.
because
You
it's
know-
online.
you know
because
which-
it's a purely online sort of. That's the way they've intended to do it. Is it's all online.
what should
it's
have
meant to
been
be
single
with
player.
Because even when you play
person.
offline,
So it's
you
based
can't
on
pause it.
You
It's-
can't exactly. You can't pause the game.
like Dark Souls. So it's like you got to show off your outfit to the one person that's co-oping with you.
Yeah.
Literally.
The only time that's ever worked was Journey when you got the white cloak for being the good helper. That's the only time that's worked.
The thing is, like, so I mentioned this point to Dylan the other day where when I watched the trailer for E3, I saw 80s,
Yeah.
like,
Synthwave.
vaporwave, synth, like,
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
it appealed to me in a very that sense, the music, and I thought that's exactly what I was
They
going to get.
marketed it up.
Guns blazing, cowboy and yeehaw, this
You
stuff,
saw
and
that
just
there?
Yeah.
nothing.
No.
There is
I don't get
nothing.
shit like
that was
that, at
just
all.
their advertising.
There is no
that was 100%
soundtrack
advertising.
Yeah, what's with
except
that?
for diegetic music found inside of radios and
Yeah.
things like that. And you know what? There are
it's not
original
80s?
tracks made for
Nope.
it. They are shit.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? There's a song that was for the end as well in the credits. I was like, here we go. They've obviously commissioned a decent 80s sound and track. Nah. trash. All throughout it, the actual soundtrack and the music as well, nothing near electronic, nothing near synthwave, vaporwave, outrun, none of that. It's just crappy electric guitar and like these really weird atmospheric sounds. I was not
Please,
about
we
it.
about to hit them with some false advertisement.
And
Literally.
the last game I played was Doom, and as soon as this started, I was like, this feels wrong. Everything in Doom is like around the music. Like the music drives everything you do. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be heaps cool. It's gonna be full like 80s. Like even the opening screen looks like a VHS, not like a VHS tape, but like that real grainy look to the menu.
Totally.
I was like, that's awesome. This is gonna be cool. Like, and nothing, no music. And I was like, what the f-? Also, I got this really weird audio glitch today where like all the sound was just cutting in and out. And I had to quit to the main screen. Did you have that as well? What the f***?
As well.
Like, and there's also like audio settings where it's like, what audio settings do you want? It's like machine mix or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
none of
like,
that makes
this is
sense.
the way we want you to play the game, loud and proud or something. It's like, but what's the difference?
Yeah.
I changed it and I can't tell
There's
any
no
difference.
EQ slider. You don't give me information.
Where's the music in the back, like playing to the story that it's telling?
So I just thought of something too. You know how I mentioned before about wanting to do it stealthily? Well, okay. So if a guard turns around and looks at me directly in the eye and I want to stealthily execute him, I don't. I grab his gun, I put it in his face, I pull the trigger and I let everyone else around me what's going on. And it's the same fucking execution every
time.
Time.
There's a few
And I'm
different
so
ones.
No, really?
Front on.
Front on, and I'm grabbing the gun and I'm putting it in his face and I'm pulling the trigger. That's all I ever do.
It's different for each gun that they have. But
Yeah,
you
okay,
still perform
right.
the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
for the
yeah.
one.
Fucking,
Yeah.
and
I
that
don't-
is
No, you're right,
exactly
though.
why
It's
I wanted that
repetitive.
game, because I saw in that trailer she's doing all kinds of cool different things, executing them multiple
You did.
stabbing,
You
shit
said
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I didn't get that. And
Yeah,
that's
true.
pissed me off.
You can only do them from
He's
behind.
riled.
He stole my
so
soap.
fucking mad.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
Yeah,
in
because
all,
you
what-
were hyped for this. Like,
He said exactly that.
I think
Yeah.
all three of you were hyped.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, this
we're
is
all
the
pretty keen.
first
Ultimately-
Wolfenstein I've bought, and like,
so
I will
fucking-
give it the credit that for one, I'm having fun, but also it was $50.
Yeah.
That's gives it some points in my book.
I think it was
but-
worth the money.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
think that the 45 that I spent on it was money well spent because I played it to completion.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. But ultimately, if you had asked me about a game that was set in Nazi-occupied Paris, where you played as the two daughters of B.J. Blazkowicz, like surrounded with a soundtrack of 80s music and vaporwave aspects of that, as well as operating out of a main base in the Paris catacombs,
which is cool.
on paper that sounds
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
And what you get
The
is a
delivery
bit
is
of
garbo.
a flat. Just basically a
Flat
flat
pancake.
experience that you get where, even like it's pretty, it's beautiful, the gameplay's
yeah.
fun in a way.
The lighting
but
is really good at
it's
times as well.
really, it
I'm
hasn't
so-
hit the mark.
I'm so upset right now. I'm pissed off. Like, far out. It's...
You're like, I'm swearing off video games for life.
He's like, I'm never
Just-
going back to a single player.
just-
Like,
it's-
this is why I stayed away.
I just can't put it... I can't structurally put it into, like...
He has no words.
I have no words other than just utter garbage coming out of my mouth.
Go play
Still
the
big
previous
sigh.
Wolfensteins, and you'll probably
Yeah, I want to hear your
Probably feel
opinions.
better
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Like, I hope so. But just, yeah. Anyway.
All in all, it kind of sounds like it did have its ups and downs. I mean, I
I hear
think,
a lot of downs.
Yeah, I am hearing a lot of negativity, but it's hard because it's one of those, like, I did have fun playing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have, kept spending time on it. But,
Sure.
Elliot, do you agree with that? Did you,
I'm
having fun with that?
actually, having quite a bit of fun. I get the negatives on the whole, like, it doesn't feel like there's any motivation other than finding, obviously, BJ, but yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely going to finish it, though, so...
Fair call.
Going to do a review, baby.
I want to see what comes next from Machine Games, but I hope it doesn't get worse.
No, I think Wolfenstein 3 or whatever the next one's going to be called is probably going to be back to there.
Wolfenstein, A Whole New World, maybe.
It's just set
Bit of
in
an Aladdin
Agrabah.
Wait, you say a whole new world?
I did.
But are they going to be partnered with Disney for that one?
Yeah, that's
Yes. Yes, that is correct. No,
Bethesda gets
Hey,
bought
look,
out
if-
by Disney.
Square Enix can do it
True.
with with Kingdom Hearts.
No, I don't want to say that.
Nazi killing Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse. That'd be pretty
Oh,
cool.
Wasn't Walt Disney a Nazi sympathizer though?
He
So-
was. And he,
Look, we're going to see the other side of the story.
But they also did all the propaganda for the US as well. Like they had Disney cartoons where, you know.
his hands in both paws.
Yeah.
Oh, was it
Because they were probably making tons of money off the war. Anyway, we're
Probably.
not a war podcast.
We're
not a political
time-
podcast.
Every time we go on to a different topic, I swear to God, we're like, we're not a this podcast. We're not a skateboard podcast.
Or
who knows?
are we?
We could be.
Could be.
Find us on Apple, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify soon. Spawn re-skateboard. I don't know. All right, let's keep this shit show on the road.
Skate,
I think we
re-skate.
actually have a little midway, little message.
Yeah.
I think Elliot might take it
Little
from
message. So I do a bit of writing for a website called 181gaming.com.
here.
Shout out. It's an awesome little community of upcoming content creators and gamers and
you.
streamers and me. And I'm awesome. So anyway, the guys who run that website are amazing, and they're starting a donation for Gamers Outreach, looking to raise up like $3,500 is the goal, US dollars. And just getting some content creators involved and us involved to kind of promote it. And then what it is going towards a thing called Project GOKart from this Gamers Outreach group. What they do is they put in what I called go-karts. I'm guessing the Go stands for Gamers Outreach. And it is like something that goes into kids' hospitals with like a console and 2 controllers and a bunch of games, and it all sits in this like
Little wheelable.
little wheelable thing with a monitor on it, a cart, exactly. And they supply them to kids' hospitals so they can, have an easy way for kids to play video games while
really
they're
sick.
yeah. So it's awesome. So
That's a sick cause.
well, it really is. It's awesome, and so we're looking to get some donations for that. I put a link in the description. The actual link is a bit wordy, so I'll put it in the description. But if you want to check out Gamers Outreach, it's gamersoutreach.org. They're an awesome charity, and it's for an awesome cause. I think it's going till October the 31st, this drive for donations. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about it a bit on the show and probably posting about it on Twitter. So, yeah, just thought I'd bring that
Awesome.
up. Get
Hell yeah.
involved.
It's cool.
Nice.
It's cool.
It
yeah,
is
you
cool.
told us about it earlier and it sounded rad, but when you say it like that, it sounds even radder.
It's really cool, right?
More rad.
And I think, remember when like the You're Breathtaking guy said You're Breathtaking, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, CD.
Keanu f***ing Reeves. Oh wait, no.
No, the
No,
guy
the
in the crowd,
Actual
right?
guy, right.
CD Projekt Red reached out to him on Twitter and were like, "Hey, You're Breathtaking. Do you want like a copy of the game?" And he was like, "Look, I really love that you're doing this, but hey, would you like to buy a go-kart and for this thing?" And when I first heard about that, I was like, "Why do they want go-karts?" It was one of these.
Right.
Yeah. So he was doing this Gamers Outreach thing. Yeah.
It's come full circle.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
right?
Truly breathtaking.
Truly breathtaking.
if you want to be breathtaking,
Yeah.
donate to GoKart.
Boom.
Yeah.
Kat, our marketing director. Look at
Yeah,
that shit.
love it. So yeah, bit of good vibes there
That's sick.
for the world.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Moving on to a news topic for the week.
The one and only.
That's it. It looks like there was some information dropped about the PlayStation 4 overall sales, which is cool. We've got some
Congrats
more
to
numbers.
PlayStation.
Little bit of a golf clap, everybody, if we could. Well done, PlayStation. You really earned it this time. You took top cake, top spot. You took the
Top cake.
Top cake.
Top cake, bro.
Spot on. Top spotted dick. Good job. So, I don't know.
How many sales?
They didn't actually take the top spot. They're number 4 now.
For the generation, though.
Yeah, for the generation,
yeah.
top spot. They are the 4th gaming console to ever reach over 100 million sales.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's very sick. It
Didn't
great
they... I might have to look at the numbers.
Well, it's the here's a hot bit of information for you. It's the
Holy
4th gaming console to reach that number, not including handhelds. So the number 1 is PlayStation 2, its predecessor,
Yeah.
which is at
Yeah.
155 million. So it's got 55
Yeah. it's-
and 1
you-
million more sales to
Could
go to
it-
take that number 1 spot.
Could it ever reach that, do you think? Especially with new
I was gonna
consoles
say,
coming
with
out
the
like
new
next
consoles
year.
coming out really soon. I don't know, but you do get a lot more sales well, not a lot more, but they're going to get a lot more life out of the PlayStation 4 still, because people won't be able to afford the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 4 will drop, and you'll get like...
I'd love to see numbers, though, of how many consoles from the previous generation are sold once the new one comes out.
I'd love to see that.
Well, because the PS2 was out for ages after the PS3 came out.
Yeah.
Was it?
The last game on PS2 was a FIFA game, I think, and it was like something ridiculous. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Wii. What has the Wii sold? Oh, only 101.
Yeah.
Everyone had a f***ing Wii, though.
Yeah.
Like not even a
Everyone had a
freaking
Wii.
gamer friend. You'd go to their house and they'd be like, "Oh, you want to play Wii
Just
Sports?"
Wii?
Yeah, I want to
Wii
play Wii
Sports?
Sports. I suppose maybe if so many families had them, it'd be
So many
like one per
grandmas.
household.
Exactly.
One per household. Yeah.
We didn't. I don't even remember like me and my brothers even like asking for it. Like we were just being grateful that it was that we were able to get it. Why did I say that so weird then? Sorry, but I will get it. But I was happy because I was playing Mario Kart Wii and everything
Yeah,
like that.
that was
Definitely,
a sick game.
I had Wii Sports Resort.
Oh,
Ooh, the
Had
fancy one.
archery, had a bit of
glide game,
cycling. and
That
all
had nothing.
Wii
stuff.
Motion Plus. Whoa.
Yeah,
They
you
had
know what I'm
nothing
saying.
on Wii Sports though. Wii Sports was like so good.
It is unbelievably good. I was
fan-
so happy
was
to
so
get
bad.
like, I think it's the first time ever in my life I was good at bowling.
Yeah.
Like I do like a twisting technique, the
Oh,
yeah.
bowling ball would go down and get a strike, and I get
I got
like,
300 games in that game.
I wasn't even aware there was a thing. I wasn't even aware there was a thing called like, I don't know, after you get something in a strike, it's called like a turkey.
A turkey, yeah, 4
I was
strikes
like,
in a row.
"Oh, what?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a turkey? Oh, that's,
Yeah.
Then you go and play real bowling and you're like, this sucks.
yeah,
This
man.
is so
I
difficult.
used
yeah.
my
Oh, I
spinning
got
technique
90.
and it didn't work.
What do you mean I couldn't spin technique that big ball?
My siblings and I were like, we wanted it so bad. My family were like, this is the last console we're ever gonna f***ing buy you.
You ungrateful little shit.
Yeah, you little slut.
But it goes back to what you were saying. Like, it felt like everyone had one,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
to see the numbers that they are, what?
I waited in line at the midnight release for the Wii.
Wow.
Really?
This is just a little snapshot into how fucking dumb I am as a human being. So I thought that it was going to be a real competitor to the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Obviously, I was wrong.
I mean,
'Cause I saw a
in
trailer.
ways it is.
I-
For sales it was.
For sales, absolutely, yeah. But for games, that's not pretty.
Forget about it.
Link's crossbow training. Oh,
Yeah,
that
thanks.
actually game was
Twilight Princess was amazing and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I bought it because I saw a trailer for Red Steel. And Red Steel, with the initial trailer and the absolute fake graphics that they used, was that one where it was a first-person shooter, and it was like a game where you got to play with swords, and like you fight with katanas and you shoot guns, and it had this whole motion control system. Super into it. Played it. Hot garbage.
Was that a launch title?
Dude, Halo. It was a launch title. And Halo was a better launch title, obviously. But I mean, like,
Halo is like the best.
I know what you mean, but like for a first-person shooter game, like you'd play Halo, a game that at that point was way old, and I was like, that was a better game.
Right, yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
I said that kind of
Playing
weird.
it at the
But
time, yeah.
Red Steel was piss poor, and I do.
I think I
suggest you
remember
check
the
it out
logo
online.
of it, but I'd never played it.
Yeah.
No
And
recollection of that ever.
The whole sword game is just you waggling the fucking
Yeah.
Wiimote all over the place.
The
You're like, look at
motion
me go.
controls.
I'm a
They,
ninja. And especially with the shooting, you're like holding your hand up there
The
trying to snipe
shooting is
someone.
the worst.
Although it did have a cool multiplayer game where you'd play 4-player split screen, and because the Wii had like a little speaker in it, like you get a mission, and it was like an assassination mission. It would say "kill player 2," and only the person
Yeah.
with the remote could hear it.
do you know
that was
what
kind of cool.
was really fun on the Wii with motion controls was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2.
Oh, I never played
And
it.
like it was so like hectic, but then you'd do like Kamehamehas and you'd have to like pull the controller back and then push it forward real
That's
quick
kinda
to
cool.
do it.
That's
It was
sick,
so
actually.
satisfying.
You'd have fun with that.
Oh
for
man,
sure.
our mates just used to play that game all night some nights, just like finish the whole game. It was sick fun.
Yeah,
Oh, I love the Wii. It was so good.
You know what, though? I was super surprised to see how dominant PlayStation and Nintendo are just in the sales of consoles. Like, the top 5... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, there's only 5 others that have been in the club, including handhelds. Number 1 is PlayStation 2, then Nintendo DS, then Game Boy/Game Boy Color, then PlayStation, then Wii, then PlayStation 4, and underneath that is PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't made it yet.
Yeah,
but-
I was actually a little bit surprised to see 360 sold less than PS3.
Yeah, and
Oh
it's,
no, dude! It's all about the amount of markets that they're in. Considering that Japan,
True.
Japan
But
is-
yeah.
but
trucking it, mate.
PlayStation launched PS4 in something like 23 markets, whereas like Xbox One launched in like 14. When I say markets, I mean different
right.
countries.
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Okay,
So there's
fair
a
enough.
huge impact on that.
Yeah.
So I mean, like,
And
it
I
was
think
massive
in-
in the Western countries, but
Yeah.
like when Xbox first came about, they had a real hard time pitching it to Japanese audiences.
Oh, and they still do. Like,
yeah, it's like, why would we play that American
sells
track?
Yeah.
terribly in Japan.
Totally.
And when you're saying like you're surprised, I'm kind of not surprised at that because I guess like Game Boy, I can't even remember what year Game Boy released, but Game Boy and Game Boy Color being under the same bracket there, like obviously the same console, but
Yeah.
like
And
DS
the Nintendo
obviously
DS
is.
includes the
Yeah.
different
Does that
types.
is that
they-
3DS and 2DS?
I don't know.
Because
No,
they're a different.
I think it's just the DS and the Lite.
DSi, DS Lite,
DSi,
all the
that sort of
family
shit.
of
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah.
I think
Not
3DS
the
would be a
3DS.
different
3DS
category.
would
Yeah,
be a
okay.
separate
It's a different generation.
slot.
And PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, like, not PlayStation 2, I guess, the Xbox was out then, but they were the two big players in that
Yeah.
that time, like,
Well, I just
like, before DS, obviously, but
I
Game Boy and
know that
PlayStation.
Xbox isn't huge in the like
The East?
different markets.
The East.
The East. But you know, like I know it's
Far
not
East.
as widely
The Orient.
used. Oh my God. I know that Xbox isn't sold in all the same regions that PlayStation is, but still, like, I feel like as a kid, I was the only person that had a PlayStation and everyone else had Xbox. So for me,
Yeah, right.
growing up, it seems like it's just a shock.
Well,
in
for
that
me,
way.
like, when I was growing up, I had a 64 and everyone had a PS1. Like, every person I knew had a PS1 and I never had a PS1. And then everyone had a PS2 and I got one, like, near the end of the generation. But yeah, like, there were about 50 times the amount of games for PS1 that there was for 64. So,
True.
I think, like, that, I don't know, that contributes to it a bit. Because
Maybe
there's
this
so much
is
more.
also contributing to why Microsoft's, in our opinion, doing so well in branching out with, you know, Game Pass for PC and moving more towards software, because they're, I don't know if PlayStation's making their money back on all the consoles they're selling or what, but probably not. They're always a loss, right? You can't.
Yeah.
There's no way they're making money
Oh,
back.
yeah. The amount of stuff they cram in that in terms of the processor
Yeah.
and whatnot.
You think maybe like later in the generation, if they work out cheaper ways to manufacture shit or something, but still they wouldn't
Yeah.
make that much.
It's a multifaceted approach to
Yeah.
making profit.
But when you've got 100 million consoles, you're
you
going to
sell
sell
a lot of
more software anyway.
But
so-
maybe
yeah.
like Microsoft's just like, well, I'm never making that 100 mil,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna spread my software wings out. I'm gonna put those little tendrils out. I'm gonna insert myself into everybody's PC.
And what was that? I
gonna
heard a
work.
stat that there were
gonna work.
65 million Xbox Live Gold accounts at the moment.
yeah, right.
And there's only like 40 something million Xbox Ones being sold.
yeah, right.
And
Really?
and I've bought 3. Like, not everyone,
That
like, that
number's so
doesn't mean.
small.
I know. I think it's 40 something, and that is tiny, really, in comparison. But, like, personally, I bought a normal one, an S, and an X. So it's like, if, you know, if 1 million people have bought multiple consoles, that's even less than, like, 40 million people playing on Xbox One, but there's 65 million live gold accounts. So that may obviously
You're
account for
right,
multiple
41
people in the
million
house or
units.
whatever, but like, yeah.
That sounds staggeringly low.
That's right.
Yeah. How many,
The amount of
sorry, how
impact
many?
You were
they
right,
have.
41 million.
41, yeah.
That's nuts, especially compared to PlayStation. Like,
Mate, that makes you basically a unicorn, dude. Like,
Makes me basically like
a gamer that only plays Xbox. Like,
niche.
I wouldn't have expected that
Oh,
at all. I
gamer
would have thought
hipster.
it would be so much closer. You Xbox fanboys are so loud. I thought there were so many of you.
You mean the ones that complain aloud, right?
yeah, true.
But-
You've
That's all
got
I
to be
f***ing see on Twitter.
That's
You have to
just
be
so
the
much
most
lower than I
level-headed one.
thought.
So you're just telling me that PlayStation is the dominant species?
superior
Apparently.
Japanese engineering.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, crazy,
Yeah,
right?
But yeah, there you go.
And the Switch is what? Selling faster than the PlayStation?
It's on track with PS4.
Yeah.
So where it was in where the PS4 was in its life cycle is where the Switch is at now.
Yeah,
Which
so
is definitely a good sign.
Yeah, it's just hit. This is a stupid number, but it's just hit 36.87 million consoles.
That's
So
insane.
it's
So
nearly
it's
as much
almost
as the Xbox
caught up
One
to
X,
Xbox
or One X,
in
yeah. Wait,
a year and a half.
Xbox One's whole
Xbox One,
family.
yeah.
You said that's for the
oh,
Switch,
that's
yeah?
confusing.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You see that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
36.
Switch.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, the Switch Lite is coming out in September.
Yeah, and that's
so
going to be counted as the same family.
Yeah,
absolutely it will, and that's obviously going to sell hot cakes for Christmas.
Dude, it's going to sell fucking tons.
Pokemon, Fire Emblem. You've got all these big titles that are coming out for
That
it.
Luigi's
Pokemon
Mansion.
Switch Lite is
True.
the one I'd buy
Skyrim.
if I was going to buy one.
More of a Ouija's Mansion man myself.
Luigi.
It's spooky.
It's spooky.
It's spooky.
I was trying to look up the numbers on how many people have gotten the Xbox Game Pass on PC thus far, because I think that would be a really interesting number to see
True.
compared to console owners.
Because Xbox never released their numbers now.
Yeah, it's not there.
No,
but
yeah.
I'd really like to see that number, or see, even if I could just see since it was released how Game Pass sales have jumped, or how the subscriptions have jumped. I'd love
I feel
to see
like
that.
it wouldn't be high.
You think
I
it's
don't
not
think
high?
it'd be high, just because
But in
for motion
situation-
It
action-
cost $1.
Yeah, true.
That's okay. I know it does,
$5
but
now.
my point I'm trying to get across, if you'll hear me, is every time I keep mentioning this to everyone, they're like,
What's
"Xbox
that?
Game Pass at PC? Yeah, what's that?
True.
Never heard of it."
It hasn't hit the point where normies are going to be talking about
It's
Yeah.
still in beta,
We kn-
so I think that's probably coming into play as well.
Yeah.
It's
But in a
beta.
situation like this, like I had Game Pass. Now you guys all have Game Pass for PC. Like, there's got to be this happening all over the
Everywhere,
world.
yeah.
You know, with
Totally.
people who aren't like just normies, people who are massive gamers.
Sorry, I was using that
But-
term ironically.
I know.
I'm sorry, it's
But now it's caught
adopted
on.
right in.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm
But, like, think-
appropriating from you.
Thinking of like that number of 41 million. It seems weird to say there's only 41 million
Oh, yeah.
Xboxes, but compared to the amount of PCs out there and PC gamers
Oh,
there
true.
are, like, that market's f***ing massive.
Massive.
Like, I feel like even if only a small percentage are f***ing jumping on that train, it's huge.
Yeah, because you
And
don't even need
they're
a
all
high-end
using
PC.
they're all using fucking Windows anyway. So
Exactly.
Microsoft are just like.
Yeah.
I
Update
just
your
realized-
computer and just get it. Because the thing is, like, you don't need a high-end
Slurp that
PC
shit
for
up.
the games that are on there. There's heaps of games that are like,
That are
you know,
fine.
lower end, that
Yeah.
are more indie-based, that
There's
anyone
so
can
much
play.
cool indie shit
Play
on
a-
there too. yeah.
Exactly.
I
Play on
feel
some
like,
anemic little
um,
shitty laptop.
I feel like Kat's reaction then it was exactly like someone in a meeting at like Microsoft. They're like, the PC market's huge, and they're all like, holy shit, it is too. Right, this consoles, man.
Right under our noses.
Genius.
I can't believe I forgot that we made Windows.
Matt Booty.
Wait, we did that? Oh my
That's
god.
That's our company.
Get Bill Gates in here right now. Oh my god.
I love this that like at the end of the podcast we're always talking about how fucking good Game Pass is.
Someone's like, get Gates on the phone. Shit, get him on quickly.
Oh
I
my
just,
God.
it's so good. I can't, I'm
Yeah.
not going to get over it for a really
Yeah.
long time. It's the f***ing best thing in gaming right now. I'm
Totally.
just going to, like,
Stadia is fucked. Like
it's poo.
it-
It's poo.
like
It's gone down.
it's not even out, and I cannot see that.
There is no
People
way
are shitting on it now.
I'm
as
going to
well.
buy another piece of, like, hardware
And then buy your
and
games.
a subscription and my games.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll take the Game Pass, please.
Yeah.
Sorry,
When-
I've already reserved myself loyalty and wholeheartedly to Xbox.
Wait,
Yeah.
is there any Stadia
Microsoft, Outlook, and
exclusives?
Soviet.
Not yet. No.
Although we're not Xbox
But
guys.
there's like a
Yeah,
good.
but
There's
we're part of the
never-
past anyway, so.
When is there going to be a Stadia
There's-
exclusive? Who's going to agree to
Well,
that?
Jade Raymond, who used to like be head of someone huge. Oh my god, I can't remember.
Is it
Anyway,
relevant?
she's like the head of Google's first party studio.
Google's money division.
What?
Oh, I was making a joke like, sorry, who? Yeah,
Goog-
irrelevant.
Google.
Anyway.
Don't care.
Yeah, but anyway, they're developing a game. But other than that, I don't
that
think.
doesn't count.
No. Well, I mean, it's going to be like first party. But the problem is, like, in a Reddit AMA a couple of weeks ago, they were like, oh, just, you know, to clear things up, it's not the Netflix of gaming. It's like, it should be. So many more people would pay for your subscription
that's-
if you just had a list of games to play.
That's how I explain Game Pass to people that haven't heard it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm
It
saying.
is like that.
That's,
That's
what
what
makes
it
it
is.
so good, though.
That's why it's good.
Right? They're
That's
like
what you want.
So
they're-
quick to download everything.
Stadia's like, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this thing where you have to buy the games for real. They would do so much better if they were just doing a Game Pass,
Yeah.
but it was all streamed.
But also, like,
I don't get that.
That does not make any sense to me at all. That,
It's
Like monetarily.
nuts.
yeah, no,
yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
The idea and
As a
the value
business
end. What's the
idea.
proposition to the consumer? It's
Yeah.
like, It's the same thing, except it's going to be worse because you've got to stream everything.
And I guess the difference would be
Especially for
like
us.
Where's the value add?
you can play it on your phone, or you can play it on your
great.
shitty laptop,
I don't want to play it on my phone.
or you can play it
I'll go
on
buy a
anything.
phone.
4K TV with the f***ing Xbox that I bought. You know,
Exactly.
like,
Well,
Yeah.
it's just
Especially when you can get like an Xbox One S all digital for like $200, I think, like when they're on special. And to get Stadia on your TV, you have to buy Chromecast Ultra anyway, and
the
one of the
controllers.
controllers,
Poo-poo.
and it's like $140 worth of shit. And it's like, and you're streaming it
Poo-poo.
anyway. You may as well just buy the all digital,
Big poop.
not stream it, play it off your console, and then when xCloud comes out, you can use your console as a server.
Man,
so
that's
you're going to be able to
doo-doo.
play anything
Big poo-poo.
anyway.
sounds
Stadia's.
like Stadia's got that mud butt. It's full
Also-
of doo-doo.
Hot garbage.
any indie developer that you have now, like any of your other companies can like gobble them up and be like, excuse me, can we have your your game for us? It's exclusive now. You can't do that with Stadia because they'll be halfway through making a game and they'll be like, exclusive, and we're like, we have to start again, right? Like that. Like,
Yeah, because they'll have to
I
like.
need to remake because you've got a completely different system that I've never ever seen before.
Far
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
because
you cannot
that's
have
it.
my game as an exclusive.
And with like xCloud, it's going to work because the xCloud servers are just thousands of Xboxes. Like the blades, they're just Xbox One
It's
S's
Xbox brains.
in server racks.
That's
so
where
when it
all their
streams,
millions of sales came from.
so when it
10
streams
million
them,
of those sales are just fucking servers.
buying all these Xboxes.
bought by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So when it streams the games, it doesn't have to get coded any differently. It just plays them through an Xbox.
Yeah.
So it's so much better for
That makes
developers.
a lot of sense, yeah.
Right? And I'm guessing down the line for Scarlet, they're going to have servers that are Scarlets
Scarlet,
so they
yeah,
can run those games as well.
Yeah.
But
Which-
because there's so many of them, they have
Sounds
more.
so modular. It sounds like it makes sense as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
right.
I just don't see
I
Stadia.
wonder what the
One day
cost
we're gonna
benefit is to manufacturing a product just to
Yeah.
use it in the server rack versus how much money you would get from the person who's paying for the service to be able to access that, I guess, versus purchasing it outright. I mean, how much money are you making out of it? How much more worth it is it for Microsoft to
That's
do
a
that?
good.
I'm just curious. Like,
yeah, I'd
clearly
I'd
there'd
love
have
to
be
know.
a profit involved.
That's
Otherwise,
what
why
I'm-
the they'd be doing it?
Exactly. Same with Game Pass. Like they wouldn't do a service like this if it wasn't making them money, and developers wouldn't get involved if it wasn't making them money. Even though there have been conflicting reports about how much money indies make from it.
Yeah.
But
Just want to know more about how what's their revenue model? Or
Yeah.
whatever, like how they making,
But-
where they getting the money from?
and I don't know if this was just like PR speak, but I think it might have been Matt Booty. It might have been Phil Spencer. I can't remember. But at E3, they were saying that like people, like if they play a game, are likely to buy it if they enjoy it. So like indie games that they might not have seen, they play it on Game Pass, and then there are numbers that show that those people will buy those games as well, because you also get like 20% off any game that's on Game Pass when you buy it in the Xbox store. So people would want to support that game further.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Very cool.
but again, I don't know if that's like them being like, yeah, it happens, and it doesn't happen.
I personally, this sounds terrible, but I don't think I would do that.
I think I will.
Just examining my own behavior, I just don't.
Yeah. I think I will for the Outer Worlds, because I really want that game to do really
Succeed,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I haven't for any other games, I'll admit that. But
I've got to admit, I'm getting more and more keen for that. And
Outer
it's coming out
Worlds.
on the Switch.
yeah, what the
Oh, right?
That's sick.
Weird.
Sick.
That's wild.
Pump its sales. some more.
540p.
Maybe we'll be comparing like our subscription stats instead of our console sales stats. Like, you know.
Very true.
Who's
Who's
going to
the
be?
biggest
Yeah.
dick on that?
He's
set of
got the
numbers?
most subscriptions. Who's getting the most monthly dosh?
Not a bills. Oh man. Well, that sounds like a pretty good place to park it right there. What do
Sounds
you
like a
guys
pretty
reckon?
big wrap up. Am I right, boys?
Am I ravioli, spaghetti, spaghettis?
Yeah,
Reverse in here and
forgot
that
it.
bad
for
boy
goodies.
park.
Yeah,
I
anyway.
missed that. Oh well. Here at Spawn Respawn, when the day is done, you spend your hard day working, talking about video games. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going with that. Let's end this.
I was
thing.
really hoping
please.
you'd keep going with that and you'd finish it up because it was really digging it.
I'm but a humble man. Okay, I got nothing. This.
I'm on a humble
It's time to go to bed.
William Tar.
I'm not some sort of big city lawyer.
But I do believe we have come to an end.
Oh, indeed. Well, let's wrap it up good. So thank you so much for listening to Spawn Respawn. And thank you to our sponsor, RifleLP. You can find him on mixer.com/RifleLP. And you'll be able to listen to our boy and his amazing streams. Thank you again for giving us a year of hosting.
Lord.
And look forward to hearing us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts coming up in the next few weeks. Very exciting for us. All in all, though, my name's Dylan. You can find me on Twitter at CitizenSmith14.
I am Elliot. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at Direct Gaming. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm really close to 100 subs and I want that f***ing custom URL, baby.
Do it.
I just had a new video came out today, day of recording. So by the time you're hearing this, you hopefully have watched it already.
It's really good. It's about Doom. It's really good.
It's about Doom. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I'm Kat, and you can find me as CapCat or CapCatty anywhere. Links below.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I'm Mitchell. You can find me probably running through Bethesda, chopping off everyone that decided to do me wrong. Or you can actually just find me in the links where you always find me.
Down below, sugar bro.
Down below.
And
You're going to start streaming soon, is that right?
yeah,
Hopefully. Let's see how this goes. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what I mean?
Just
you got this, baby.
Yeah,
it's gonna be for the first part. It's probably not gonna be all that great, but you know what?
Hey,
It's a learning
or you can
curve.
give it a try.
You can just see my face and see how I react. It's probably gonna be somewhat funny.
I reckon it will
But
be.
yeah,
We're all going to watch you.
Support your boy.
hell yeah, that's what's
That's
up.
it. Awesome.
And
Well-
follow us all on Twitter at Spawn Respawn PC and the Podbean. There's a Podbean app too, so get that.
SpawnRespawn.podbean.
Hurry up, or you'll end up like Bethesda as well.
Yeah.
Chop it.
You'll be getting the Todd Howard chop.
On that note, thank you again for listening. And that's all from us. Peace.
Peace.